Hello guys and welcome to this video. I'm going to start things off by just kind of going through some things that you need to have installed to do this, but basically what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be using Motion and the Raspberry Pi to set up a very simple stream so you can go in your browser and view a webcam that you have plugged into your Raspberry Pi. Obviously there's a lot of things you can use that for, but I'll leave that up to you guys. So on your other device, I'm using a Windows PC, but there's kind of SSH clients for all different types of device. You can even kind of get them for Android and things like that, and all this will work with phones and things like that. Right. So straight away, I'm going to find PuTTY, which I already have downloaded. This is what I'm going to use to log into the Raspberry Pi that I have set up headlessly. Right. Yeah, so you need to know the Raspberry Pi's IP address. So if you can plug it in, if you have a monitor to plug it into, it's much easier to do it that way. You can just plug it in, check its IP address, and next time you boot it, it should be the same. But I know that every time my Raspberry Pi is allocated this IP address I've typed in here, so we're connecting via SSH, and just click OK. Now I'm going to show you something within PuTTY here that will basically let you do this, because by default you can't just use SSH to log into a Raspberry Pi. So let me just quickly go sudo raspi config, come down into advanced options. Obviously you do this plugged into a monitor. Go into SSH here, and would you like it to be enabled? Yes. And now you just want to go over with your right arrow key twice, finish. So that's that done. The next stage, so we can now log into our Raspberry Pi. The next stage is basically going to be installing Motion, which is the software we're going to use to do this task. So this is I like Motion a lot because it's most of the others you have to kind of leave to compile overnight and things like that. But Motion is available via Aptitude, which makes things far easier, really. I think it does make things very easy. I already have Motion installed, so config files, the next thing you want to worry about, really. There are just a couple of very simple changes that we need to make to config files. We need to make sure that Motion is going to be running in daemon mode, which means it's in the background, not in the foreground. Simple enough. And we also want to make sure that we can view the webcam from other devices. By default, on some setups, it can only be viewed on the Raspberry Pi, but we want to view it on any computer on our network or device. So basically, the files you want to change, and I'm going to use Nano to do so, are motion.conf, and within this one you can see I've already changed it, daemon on, and just scroll through this and find one that says webcam_localhost, and that should be off, and that because that means that we can view the webcam on other hosts, basically, so just on other systems. And there's also a change we need to make to the defaults. So this is going to be some kind of default settings for Motion. We just want start Motion daemon to be yes, because we want it to always start as a daemon. We don't want it to start as a foreground process. So sudo motion start. All this is going to do is it's going to start the Motion server. So if I just press this, everything's worked fine. By default, the port is 8081, so let's go into Internet Explorer here. Let's just give that a second to load up. But yeah, as I'm saying, it's all kind of very simple, as you can see. It's kind of very simple to get this setup going. Let me just pause the video here for a minute until that's finished with whatever it's doing. Right, we're back. I've just jumped into Firefox very quickly, and you can see the webcam stream. I just have my Raspberry Pi in my hallway at the moment. So this is you want to type the Raspberry Pi's address, and we're connecting on port 8081, which is the default. You can change that if you like, but you can see that we've got our webcam here, and it is updating around every second. We're getting about 1 frame per second. Don't expect huge frame rates, really. You'll get slightly better frame rates for videos, but especially for live streaming, motion's very hardware intensive, and you're going to, motion detection is very difficult. So you're going to struggle to get high frame rates with the live thing. So if that isn't what you're looking for, then there are some other packages you can look into, but things are going to get a lot more complex than what I've shown you here. So we might look into them in future tutorials, but in the immediate future we're going to be doing a lot more tutorials on motion and different things we can do with motion, like motion detection, recording, triggering code when motion is detected, all kinds of interesting stuff like that. So keep an eye on the channel, and that stuff should be coming very soon. Thanks for watching.